We good?
Oh, I remember what I wanted to remember. It's my other line for girls with boyfriends. I'm trying to think what it was. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Are we good, Lex? All right. Welcome back to Podcast Adjacent. This is the second episode of today, fourth episode of the lifetime of Podcast Adjacent. Me and Alex both wearing the merch that Lex got us.
Pretty fire.
Shout out producer Lex. Podcast Adjacent merch.
It's a two-a-day.
It's a two-a-day, babies. We're doing two-a-days.
Reminds me of when we would used to do two-a-days.
I got out of two-a-days one time.
How'd you do that?
I kind of hurt my groin, and just right before two-a-days started, and I just didn't do two-a-days.
Unfortunate schmelting accident.
Yeah. I don't know what happened actually, but I didn't do two-a-days. It was super fire.
That's you know what movie that's from, Tyler?
No.
I'm gonna give you a guess before I tell you.
Have I seen it?
Yeah, probably.
What?
It's a franchise. There's multiple of them.
Fast and Furious.
No. Think more.
Lord of the Rings.
More British and less cars.
What is that?
This character also plays Shrek.
I know. Mike Myers. What movie is that? Austin Powers.
Yes, it's Goldmember specifically. Goldmember lost his nuts in an unfortunate schmelting accident. I love gold.
I was never a huge Austin Powers.
I think that might be my favorite Austin Powers.
I think I should re-dabble in them because everyone says they're so funny.
They're really funny.
Everyone
I feel like it's your type of humor too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What's the one with Beyonce?
Goldmember.
Yeah. I've seen them all like
Foxy
3 times.
Cleopatra.
I've seen them all like 3 times. I don't think they're that funny, honestly. Unpopular opinion. I'll tweet it later on.
Fat Bastard's a great character though.
Yes, very funny.
Everyone loves their own aroma. Just farting and shitting the whole time.
So last podcast we were talking about pickup lines, how to pick up girls at bars.
Specifically girls with boyfriends.
You specifically with girls with boyfriends, not me.
So I have one that's new that I freshly minted this week, hot off the press. There's a new pickup line for girls with boyfriends that's out there in my brain. I can't get it right now. But I do have another one that I haven't previously disclosed. Well, I used it, but not in this context, but I think it applies here. And it's the one it's the one where you walk up and you're just like, oh, it's 18 and over tonight. you just point to the guy. Oh, it's 18 and over tonight.
That one's mean.
Hilarious.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
You did it to the kid at the bar we were at a few weeks ago.
I did it to a whole group of kids at the bar.
There's 3 kids probably in SAE at UCLA, and Alex just looks at them and goes, "It's 18 and over tonight," and I think I left. There's no way.
That was the first one. I didn't have that prepped. That just came. I took one look at them, and that was my initial thought.
We didn't even get drinks yet. That was immediately as we got in the bar.
I was like, "There's no way this is a 21 and over bar with these kids at the front of the line."
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
those poor kids. Imagine someone said that to us.
Oh, this reminds me of that night that I was super gay at the bar. Do you remember? Have we talked about that on the pod? I don't think we have, huh?
What happened? That dude was trying to fucking talk shit to me.
Well, if you recall, yeah, the dude was trying to talk shit to you, and I was specifically not flirting with girls that night. I had an inkling that a girl that I've been seeing would show up to the bar. Mm-hmm. And so I specifically did not want to get caught red-handed by her, flirting with another girl, get another number or something. So I was avoiding women at all costs. And so being the flirtatious person that I am, I just started flirting with dudes.
You weren't flirting with dudes. Well,
sometimes you do, kind of.
Sometimes you do man flirt.
Before this incident about you fighting the guy even happened, my hands were down Zach's butt crack twice.
Why?
Zach was uncomfortable because Zach's hot. No,
You were just at the bar and you just saw how hot Zach was.
I had to put my hand somewhere that was not a girl's waist as I'm buying her a drink. So,
and the nearest,
yeah,
the closest thing to a girl's waist was Zach's waist.
No, honestly, just the safest place for my hands seemed like Zach's butt crack. I can get in zero trouble that way.
You're right, except with Zach or me, because usually that's my butt crack to touch.
Zach's butt crack is my safe haven.
Okay, but this dude's talking shit to me. Mm-hmm. And then I think I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, relax. I didn't even do anything. And I was like, dude, fucking fuck off or whatever. And then Alex like hears me and this dude like arguing. Then Alex comes over and says,
I don't even know how I broke the ice, but I basically, the tone was like, hey bro, like, what are you doing tonight? Like, I'm gonna fuck you. Like, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, hey, like, you're cute. Like, let me fuck you. Like, and he was just so. I did it in a more natural way that seemed like I was actually approaching it correctly, though.
Yeah.
I eased my way into it, and then I was like, I live right down the street. If you want to go, like, yeah. I'll fuck you there.
I was like actually arguing with people. Yeah,
it was like he was halfway into like this like very angry confrontation with you, yeah. And then halfway like, dude, what are you even saying in my other ear? And eventually I was just the force that was deemed a bigger threat than you fighting him.
Yeah, no,
he like completely forgot that he was even mad at you and was just strictly like, what are you even saying to me right now?
No, you said like, you were like, you're like, where do you live at or some shit like that, and then he was like, I don't know, bro, like can you still argue with me? And you're like, because I'll take you home later on, like I'll fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I think you called him baby.
Yeah, and I was like, don't worry, like I'll treat you right. I was like, I'm gonna make you come.
And then like he like slowly backed up.
Yeah,
and like I was like, I guess this is over.
No, I
he's like slowly like backed up into the crowd, like he like disappeared, like immersed himself in the crowd, so Alex couldn't find him.
Yeah, no, I literally, I was like, yeah, we're gonna fall in love tonight. He was just like, he was so out of there.
Dude, you Mike Tyson'd him. It's the same thing. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, like it was Mike Tyson, but like mostly the Key and Peele sketch that's like based off that you haven't seen.
I'm not a huge Key and Peele guy.
I can recite the whole thing so you don't have to watch it.
How long is it gonna take? Because I'd love to hear it right now.
Like a minute. It's
might as well just do it.
It's like a boxing press conference, and like Key is like trying to be all hard, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna rough him up in there, you know, like just normal boxing stuff. And then Peele's just like, I'm gonna take you in the ring, and after this is over, I'm gonna take you to dinner, and we're gonna find some inside jokes. We're gonna find some things we have in common, and I'm gonna kiss you so tenderly, and then I'm gonna take you to my apartment, and we're gonna have a lovely romantic night, and we're gonna fall in love, and then after that, you're gonna meet my family, and it's gonna be so beautiful, and we'll just be so in love, and then right then I'm gonna fuck you in the ass. And like every step of the way, like, and then I'm gonna fuck you in your ass. And he's like, and I'm gonna love you for 40 years, and you're gonna be on your deathbed, and I'm gonna bring you flowers, and right as you cross from this life into the next, I am going to fuck you in the ass. And Key's just like, did he just say he's gonna fuck me? And then like literally after the press conference, it just cuts, and it's just them like on the couch at like some dinner party, and they like have their arm around each other, and he's like, and they're calling each other honey and stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, totally fucked him in the ass.
Dude, well in the Mike Tyson one, he starts calling out just random dudes in the audience. In like what Mike Tyson does is like he says it to I forget who he's fighting, but he says it to the guy. And then I assume it's the dude's homies in the crowd, but he calls the entire crowd pussy ass white boys, and then he's gonna also fuck them.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
I actually I met Mike Tyson, and he's like a very nice, mellow.
Did he call you pussy ass white boy?
No, he was super chill. He like I wouldn't say he's childish. He's childlike.
Like Michael Jackson?
He's childlike. He has like a wonder in his eyes, and like
it's because he got dome checked. So
I didn't like not only did I meet Mike Tyson, but I like hung out with Mike Tyson. Like we were watching fights. One of my friends, his dad is in business with Mike Tyson, and we're like watching some fights, and everyone's in the living room before Mike arrived, and Mike shows up with like his crew, and I was like, holy shit, it's Mike Tyson. Like I knew that they hung out, but like I didn't know he would be there that day. And I was like, oh my God, it's Mike Tyson. That's insane. And then he sat on like the opposite end of the couch from me. It was like a big couch, like bigger than this one. And
Bigger than this couch?
yeah, it was like probably double the width.
It's like a love seat.
I know, but like I'm trying to give you a relative
I'm
frame of reference for how far I was from Iron Mike. And eventually, like everyone kind of like, it was like between fights or something. There was food in the kitchen. Like everyone kind of milled out of the room, and then like the gap between me and Mike, there's just no more people there, and it's just me and Mike. And he's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I was like, "Holy, are you talking to me?"
Dude, his voice so good.
I was like, Mike Tyson, are you talking to me? And
Did you call him Mike Tyson?
No, I was.
You call him Mr. Tyson?
I was cooler in person.
Call him Iron Mike?
I think I didn't call him anything because I wouldn't know what to call him.
Mike?
Champ.
Champ would have been a good one.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what's up, Champ?
No, but he was like, "How's it going? Like, how do you know the family?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just like friends with my homie. Like, I won't dox him, but I was like, I'm friends with my homie from college. Like, we played ball together." And he's like, "Oh, that's so cool, man." And he's like, "Do you like drugs?" And I was like,
Wait, what?
Yeah, no. I was like, "I don't particularly like drugs." And he's like, "Oh, I've been on a big kick of hallucinogens. I love hallucinogens."
Like acid and
He's
shrooms
like,
and shit?
I love the toad." And I was like, "What
is that?"
I was like, "What, Mike? The toad? Like you never seen Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia?"
Pharmacopoeia, yeah. I was gonna say cornucopia. It's not.
Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. There's like some frog that like
It excretes like the same thing as like shrooms and acid do, right? Like
it's actually kind of cool how they do it too, because like they like squeeze the gland of the frog onto like a screen, and then it like comes out all like pussy, but then it hardens and they like scrape it off into like this like kind of like wax. And then they smoke it, and it's like crazy.
It's is it psilocybin? Like
yes,
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah, same.
And then yeah, Mike was like, "I like the toad. Like, I want to go down to Mexico and do the toad."
He calls it the toad?
Yeah, he's like, I
Is
want
that what
to do toad.
People call it that?
I want to do toad.
That's crazy. Okay, first of all, how did people even discover that? Like, in the first place? Like, you think some like Native American people were just like, let's just squeeze this frog and then smoke
some
this?
People, I guarantee there's some people who just like kind of roam around and like try to put different things in their mouth, see what happens.
That's kind of what we do at the bar.
Somewhat similar.
Same thing.
See what happens. No, but I feel like, yeah, just they have a curious spirit.
It's just smoke shit like peyote.
Yeah.
Have you like seen
or like
people do peyote?
The little cactus buttons. What's that? What's that all about?
I don't know. I haven't heard of that.
There's
or is that?
Like,
can we get a drug guy? Is there any?
Can we get a drug guy in the room?
Yeah, neither of us are drug guys. Zach's not a drug guy. Lex is not a drug guy.
Have you
What's
done
the cactus one?
Cactus buttons.
How do you get peyote? How do you get peyote? How do they make peyote?
You have to go to a Navajo reservation.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You could get someone to go to the Navajo reservation for you.
Get the chief.
To the res.
To bring your own fire.
Zach says you have to tongue kiss the chief to get peyote.
That's the only way you can get it.
Go bring the witch doctor out.
Oh, the witch doctor. Alex actually dates a witch doctor. So this brings me to our next topic. Segueing from peyote, Alex, what's a Wiccan?
We didn't do places Alex is fucked last pod.
That is actually going to be our new segment. We're going to start segments on the pod, and one of our first segments is going to be places that Alex has fucked. But we're going to do that after Alex talks about what a Wiccan is. What is a Wiccan?
I don't even know if I'm the best to talk about it.
You date one. You love one.
She has a curse on me, I think.
She put a curse. It's not a witch. It's a witch adjacent.
It is witch adjacent. Yeah, I think she just put a curse on me. No, I love her.
No, you love her. I actually think that she did. Like, actually.
Can we get a definition for it?
Wiccan?
A Wiccan? It's a religion from my understanding of it. I'm not even joking.
Like, this is your job.
I thought you guys knew the definition.
No,
I actually
we don't. It's
don't.
like it's witch adjacent. That's like all I know.
Yeah, they're pretty witchy generally. But yeah, it's like a religion where they believe in like spells and
Like,
curses
they do,
and
like
stuff.
witchcraft and shit.
Yeah.
Wicca. Wicca is a modern pagan religion.
It's a pagan religion, so like my Roanoke Nightmare.
Pagan religion scholars, new religious movement.
Founded in England in the mid 20th century and claiming its origin in pre-Christian religions.
A pentacle star.
Pentacle Star sounds very devilish.
A movement whose followers practice witchcraft and nature worship, and who see it as a religion based on pre-Christian traditions of
Pagan.
Northern and Western Europe.
Yeah, that's what pagan means.
So they
right?
basically they practice witchcraft and they don't have like a religion. They're pagans. They're
they're
before
super
Christian.
hot.
The one that you know is hot, but that's
Alex knows 2 witches actually.
who's the other one, Zach?
The redhead witch.
Zach just thinks
What is Zach talking about right now, bro? What?
The redhead witch that we want to burn. Well, we
you
don't want
want
to
to
burn.
burn her.
Here's the thing. Here's
I
what we're
wanna burn
hoping.
anyone.
Because if she is a witch, she won't actually burn, so there will be no fault.
Yes.
But if she is not a witch, then yeah, we're
No, the
we're all
way
gonna feel a little bad for about 15 minutes.
Shout out the Salem witch trials. We didn't learn anything from those.
no, we're just Zach. The way it works is the punishment or like the proof that they're a witch.
She's in the pudding.
Well, the proof is always in the pudding, but the proof that they're a witch was always the bad thing not happening. Like if they float, they're a witch. So if they
Yeah, it's like a
it's always it's a lose-lose
If you
for whoever
live-
gets
if you
accused.
live, you're a witch.
Yeah, no. So like if they burn, they're not a witch, and if they don't burn, that they're totally a witch.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
it's a foolproof system of justice.
so they're either
Yeah, which is why we need to carry it out.
yeah.
they're either dead or a witch every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad she's a witch, but I just want to know for sure.
What makes this one a witch?
Oh, well, she just came in and knew every single detail about Alex's life
Oh.
without actually knowing Alex.
She is a witch. That's a witch.
Yeah, no, that's totally accurate.
Yeah, she's a witch.
She had like detailed like she got the full scouting report from someone.
Yeah. She was
saw
saying
her-
shit that I didn't even know
I saw
about
her
you.
playing with like some twigs and branches outside
And
too.
she was making those voodoo dolls.
She's making like a little dream catcher to
Yeah.
like catch all of my inner thoughts.
She's probably poking you right now, and she knows we're talking about it right
She
trying
now.
to
also
think-
lives in a swamp.
I'm trying to think.
She's Shrek.
Yeah.
She's Fiona. Fiona.
Get out me swamp.
She lives in a swamp.
Another Mike Myers reference.
Yeah, I love Mike Myers. It's phenomenal. He's
But the first
right
one,
up there with Jack
Zach,
Black.
do you know the real witch, the Wiccan?
Yeah.
She's an actual witch.
The big titty Wiccan.
Yes, that's an actual witch, like a real witch.
What does she do on like an everyday basis?
Just walks around that fucking thick.
Is that what being a witch entails?
No, dude, like her
I'd
mom
sign
is a
up to be
Wiccan.
witch if that's it, bro.
Her mom's a Wiccan. Her grandma's a Wiccan. It goes back centuries of witchcraft. Like she knows witchcraft. She might go to Hogwarts. Talking about one of your girlfriends, who's a Wiccan. You've been buying a lot of your girlfriend's flights recently.
Have I?
So you've told me. What's up with that? Why are you buying them flights other than that you have to reach your credit card thing?
That's pretty much the only reason. Actually, I I just have to buy everything, everything in sight. No, I actually flew a single mom down to LA a couple weeks ago. Just didn't even see her.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, I intended to see her, but then she like her sister was like sick or something, so she like was trying to come down here, and I wanted to hang out with her anyways. Then I just offered to fly her down here. I flew her down here, and then her and her sister got in beef. She like went and stayed with her other sister, and then there was just a whole dynamic. She just had the kid with her and everything, and I was just like, you know what? I feel good about.
You should have just brought the kid to the bar with us. And
Honestly.
really showed him what the fuck's going on with his mom. Been like, hey, You want to know what your mom does at night, brother? Comes home with us. Comes back to the anus house.
Pretty cute kid. No, I just felt good about helping her out and helping her spend some family time. It's fine.
You're just paying for these chicks to like go live life. Like why is that your responsibility?
Big single mom supporter, man.
I'm not against single moms, but I'm not paying for them to fly down here and not see me.
I think sometimes single moms just need a little help.
You be calling girls Ubers too. This is the same principle.
Not really.
Yeah, you do. You called a girl Uber from I don't even know where the other night. It's the same thing. Ubers are flights.
I did.
Ubers are flights. It's the same thing. It's the principle.
Ubers are not flights.
It's the principle of buying the Uber.
I don't know. I like to if they're in need and I got the means to help people out, I will. I think.
You don't buy me Ubers. One time I was blacked out in West Hollywood and I couldn't even fucking walk. You didn't buy me a fucking Uber.
In fairness to me, I left you in a great position. You were with a girl. You were hugged up on a girl who she looked good. She was pretty attractive, and you were exchanging numbers. And that was the last I saw of you. I left, and
Alex.
and then I just hear that you were flailing around in the bushes in Malibu all night. There was no way. There was no way I could have predicted that.
I wasn't in Malibu. I woke up. I came out of my blackout in where I thought was the Palisades, but it was West Hollywood after I looked at my phone in some giant house that overlooked the hills. And I said, I don't know where the fuck I fucking am. And then I couldn't find the front door. So I just crawled down the bushes, like rolled down the bushes to fucking get to the street.
I think I would have just been a little more patient. Like houses have front doors.
This one didn't.
You would have found it eventually.
I don't know, dude. I was looking around for a minute. It was like when I got sex trafficked.
You just said fuck it and cannonballed down the hillside.
Yeah, I saw a gate. I saw a gate that opened up to the bushes in between the street and the house, and I was like, "This is the route. This is this is the only way."
And you just rolled yourself
and
down.
So I was
there.
walking, and then I fucking fell, and I rolled onto the street, and I ripped my Black Queen summer shirt, and I'm pissed about it.
It's still Black Queen summer for all my Black Queens.
It'll always be Black Queen summer.
Even without the shirt. Oh yeah, let's talk about you getting sex trafficked though, because that's another one where I just left you in like what I felt like was a pretty good position.
So did Zach. Zach was also blacked out, but fucking yeah, where are we? Poppy.
Yeah,
we're at Poppy, and somehow I become super blacked out. I swear they pump shit in the fucking vents in there. The air.
I don't know. I've only been there once, and it was like literally the youngest demographic I've ever been around. I think everyone there was 16.
That's why they thought I was 16. They tried to sex traffic me. So I go outside, and then I come back in, and I go down some wrong pathway door or something, and I'm like upstairs of Poppy in like the weirdest maze area that's ever been a thing. Like I think I have a pretty good sense of direction, and I could not figure out how to get out of this.
It sounds like a fever dream.
It literally was a fever dream. I was like sweating. I was like, how the fuck? I also had a broken ankle, so I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I was an easy target.
That's why.
I was an easy target for the sex traffickers. Mm-hmm. And then like I was up there for like probably 30 or 40 minutes, like trying to figure out how to get the fuck down back to the dance floor. And then I see a fucking window, and I just see you outside, and I'm like, how the fuck do I get out there? Because now the club's closed, so like, and I'm upstairs, like they're gonna have me like start clocking in or some shit there. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
And then and there's no one up there either, which is like, that's weird. Like I was like, why can't I just ask how to get down? There's no one up there. Mm-hmm. And then I find this like fucking weird, like super skinny pathway that like leads to a parking garage below Poppy. That's like, I think it's an apartment complex next to it.
So you went directly from above Poppy to below Poppy and couldn't figure out how to get into Poppy.
Yes. Is that not weird?
Super weird.
And there was a bunch of doors that led to nothing. There was a bunch of doors that led to like no regular door.
It sounds like a haunted house.
Yes, bro. I was freaking out.
Do you go for Poppy Horror Nights?
Dude, I was like tripping sack. Like I kept trying to call everyone, and like I like every single door that I would open would just not lead to anywhere. It would just open to like a closet or like some weird storage area. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? How did I get here?
Now, I remember you called me and I picked up, but I just like couldn't. I was in Poppy. I couldn't hear. Yeah, I was at the table with that fitness Instagram model. She was thick.
But yeah, dude. And then I got to the parking garage below, and there was like 6 security guards down there, like in the parking garage. And I was like, I'm just leaving. And they're like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm what?
Just trying to get the fuck out of here, man.
And then some dude opened the garage from outside, and I literally just walked as fast as I could outside. I was like, I'm not talking to anyone.
They didn't say you're not leaving.
I literally ran up to you and hugged you.
You're
I was
not
like,
going anywhere, pal.
Literally.
With the broken ankle.
Yeah, and I was like hobbling over, and then that was the night that that one chick.
She commandeered your vessel.
Yeah, dude. I got double sex traffic that night.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Speaking of your hobbled ankle and your easy targetness, I had this roommate or this guy I knew in college. He was my roommate. I already blew it, but narrows it down to like 5 people. He liked girls that had like an ankle brace or like a cast on or like,
no, this is the craziest thing.
It was like it was like a turn on to him. It's like his drive kicked in. He was like, all right,
this is the one thing that
so we're fucking.
No, because this is why when I had my broken ankle, I didn't want to wear crutches because like you look fucking ridiculous if you're hurt. If you're an injured person, it looks like you just don't know how to live your life. It's like how are you hurt? You're 26. You're 25.
Injuries happen.
How? I get if you're OBJ. How did that girl get hurt?
Yeah, if you're not
to me, I'm like, there's no. She can walk. What do you mean?
If you're not doing something extreme, it's like, but like people do things that are like more physically beyond their means, like all the time. Like people participate in like the turkey bowl at Thanksgiving, and like they have no business playing sports. You know, like injuries can happen.
That's the thing that's beyond their means is like playing football with their friends on Thanksgiving.
I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about like someone's uncle. You know, like that tears his hamstring.
I always draft that guy first.
Oh well, you know he's gonna give it his all.
Yeah, he'll throw a block and then get down the field like so quick.
Yeah, but I think the cast thing it goes into like a deeper notion of like and I think this kind of corresponds to the trauma conversation about trauma being the secret ingredient in good pussy, where it's like girls that have a chip on their shoulder fuck better.
I don't like my women emotionally traumatized. I like them physically traumatized as well.
Lex,
I like them physically hurt.
Lex
physically and emotionally hurt.
Lex is trying to add injury to insult.
Yeah. Not only do they have daddy issues, but they also have a broken knee.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for.
A bruised cervix.
There should be a fucking Tinder for girls who just have broken limbs.
I just want like a minor sprain, like a thumb sprain.
Injured.
Oh.
Like nothing too crazy, but just like a minor like cast.
Like a blown eardrum. Just can't quite hear.
Yeah, I want some sort of physical hindrance.
Let's make a dating app.
Just an app that's like, how hurt are you?
We could call it. It's another portmanteau. We could call it Tinjured.
Oh, that's fire. Tinjured. No one's using that.
No one's on Tinjured yet.
No one's using it.
People just like hurt themselves on purpose just to go on the app.
Just to get on Tinjured.
But like you could also be emotionally hurt. Just like a bunch of girls who are like,
no one solid on that app.
No. That is a toxic app.
Yeah,
and
you can't be healthy.
It.
You can't be healthy on that app. You have to be. You have to. Have
oh, you care about your body and fitness? No.
Yeah.
Nope. No. Don't qualify.
If you're on that app,
you don't meet our community guidelines.
You do not go to the gym if you're on that app.
You don't meet our community guidelines.
Yeah.
When you agree to the terms and services, it's just like, are you healthy? Sorry, you're not allowed to join.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, when's the last time you went to the doctor and why?
It's invite only. Yeah, you need a doctor's note to get on.
Oh, yes. Yeah. How much antidepressants are you on? How many milligrams?
Literally.
It's like a minimum of like at least 200 a week.
Yeah. What's your dosage?
Yeah. Connor would. This is Connor's app.
Seriously, that guy medicates more than anyone I know. He's like
gonna dox Connor.
Well, you said his name.
We already.
But
dox Connor.
No, that guy is like just a walking cocktail of different medications at all times.
Isn't everyone a walking cocktail of different shit at all times?
Yeah, but like his are all artificial. Like it's medications and drugs.
What's your cocktail of choice? Not a little cocktail, but like what's your life cocktail?
Mountain Dew.
Just
Mountain Dew and hot Cheetos.
is your stomach all right?
No, actually, this me and Zach, you haven't really been home. You haven't been home that
I had to
often.
get away from you fucking people, you heathens.
Well, that makes sense because
Pagans.
me and Zach have actually been we've been having an early Hanukkah celebration, except for every night instead of opening a present, we just open another bag of spicy chips from the Mexican section at 7-Eleven. like I'm not talking like the Mexican section. I'm talking about imported from Mexico. It doesn't even have the correct labeling to be in the United States.
I swear those are the most fire chips.
Oh my God, they're crazy.
They are.
Last night we had extra spicy flamin' hot Cheetos that were marketed like hot Cheetos, but they just tasted like hot Funyuns.
Hot
I don't like
Cheetos.
hot Funyuns.
They were insane.
What?
I love when like Mexico tries to put their own brand, but like a fake, like it's like Fidos.
Oh, yes. I love this too. But basically we're on the 4th night of Hanukkah to wrap up that segment, and tonight will be the 5th.
What are we on tonight? What
fifth-
day?
Oh yeah, we're doing the claw. Like it's like hot Cheeto, but it's shaped like a paw.
Yeah.
It's a hot Cheeto paw.
I don't know who the fuck designed those.
Mexico.
I don't know what's
The Mexicans.
I don't know what psycho state designed those things. We were looking at them when we were in 7-Eleven. Those, what is that? That's scary.
No, that's what we're gonna get for tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight we're gonna do that.
What about the last night? Do you have anything planned for the last? We should actually go to the Mexican market and get like something insane.
Absolutely insane.
Dude, we should get that tequila with the bug on the bottom. They put like a cricket or some
We
shit.
already have that stuff that you can like light on fire.
The snake water.
Snake water.
Anything named snake water
Sounds so crazy.
should not be ingested.
Wait, Lex, what were you just saying after when you were saying the fiesta something or?
Oh, when Mexican brands try to like get as close as they can to the actual name.
Yes. That reminds me of my roommates in college. So like we were all super poor. Like everyone in my house like had $0 except for my one homie because he got his ear like smashed by a KFC machine when he was a kid. No, this is my one homie when he was like a little boy. When he was a little boy, he just like tried to open some shit at KFC, pulled the thing. It was like a freezer. He like pulled it off the counter onto himself, and it landed like on the top of his ear and just like smushed his ear. And so he's just been getting racked out like $20,000 a year since then.
That's so fire.
And he gets like some giant lump sum like next year, like a huge amount of money from KFC.
I swear. Dude,
So we always just refer to it as his ear money. He had ear money. The rest of us didn't have any ear money.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I walked into a table, like a glass table at like TJ Maxx or some shit, and my mom didn't do shit about it.
That's crazy.
That's why I have the scar on my eye.
You could have eye money.
I know. I can have eye money. I just didn't do shit. I've been like, what the fuck, mom?
It's past the statute of limitations. Can't get eye money now.
Apparently, I was bleeding out in the middle of this TJ Maxx.
Yeah, you definitely should have gotten eye money.
Fucking ridiculous.
And his ear looks normal. Like the top's like a little folded over. Like it's basically nothing.
He's getting racked out.
It's just for the trauma.
You get a lot of money for trauma.
Yeah. So my one roommate had the ear money. The rest of us were dead broke. And we'd shop at like all these like Food for Less and like Dollar Tree and like all these like weird stores where like we'd had to pay like next to no money to get food because that's all we could afford. And I just remember like the cereals were always like the craziest, like so close but so far. Like it'd be like Fruit Hoops. Like Fruit Hoops. And it's
Fruit
like
Loop adjacent.
yeah, no, literally everything was just adjacent. It'd be like Honey Nut
Like
O's.
Loca Cola. I think they have Loca Cola at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, they have like these insane like just it'd be like Lucky Pendants or like it'd be like what the heck? Like how is this not a lawsuit?
They
How
taste
is this
like
not a-
slightly worse,
yeah, like basically the same though.
but like kind of worse.
Except for instead of like $4 for a box, it's like 35 cents.
It's insane,
I feel like that's just like what Mexico does with everything.
dude. Well,
Have
in Mexico they have like the shit that we have, but it just tastes different. Like
Yeah.
they have Doritos. They just don't taste like Doritos. They taste like a little different. They have
we had
fucking,
we had the Diablo for one of the nights of Hanukkah this week. We had the Diablo flavored Doritos, and they tasted like garden salsa sun chips. I was
it's coming
like,
from the same factory.
This is from Mexico, and it's labeled as Diablo. If you don't make this hotter, like what?
It wasn't even spicy.
No, it was like literally tastes like garden salsa.
Dude, you had the extra hot flamin' Cheetos the other day, and I was like, these are just regular They're just regular hot Cheetos. They weren't even that spicy. They was regular spicy.
I also had the hot Cheeto Mac this past week.
That's insane. I don't know how your ass didn't just fucking fly off your body.
No, it has been. Me and Zach have been in the bathroom way too much.
You have stink rim, brother.
Yeah,
Stink rim, hell's rim.
We shower a lot, but our body kind of hates us.
That shit fucking kills your butthole, dude. Taking years off your butthole. Wait, so Lexi can get up and leave, but I can't?
Lexi's off camera, dude. You're the talent.
God, it's so hard being the talent.
It's so easy, though. I feel like we were born for this.
This is completely not what we were talking about, but I just remembered it right now. This chick came into my work, and she had to be off of some type of pill. Like, she was not drunk. It was also the middle of the day, and she's like a 45-year-old woman. And she just starts hitting on me so crazy. And she's like, you seem like one of the nice ones. And I just go, no, I'm not. And she just like looks me up and down. And she's like, you are. And I was like, no.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
And then like she won't leave because it's so slow. And she just keeps talking to me. And she's saying like, I had never been a victim of sexual assault verbally until this point. Like, I felt really uncomfortable. It like gave me like a girl's perspective of like when guys like won't stop leaving them alone. Mm-hmm. Like, this lady like wouldn't stop like saying like insane shit to me.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes. And then like I called my manager over to like talk to her because I had to like go do other shit. And then my manager started talking to her. And then like this dude, apparently this guy comes up who I assume is like her boyfriend or something. And he comes up and he is like stone cold sober. And he's just like acting like, it was the weirdest scenario ever. I was like, is he gonna like take her back to the hotel and like have sex with this lady? Because like this lady needs to be taken to the hospital. She's so fucked up.
Yeah.
And she was drinking wine. And then this guy's just dead ass sober. He's like not laughing. And then when he comes up, she just continues to say crazy shit to me.
Yeah.
She's like, how old are you? And I'm like, 25. And she's like, no, you're not. You're 21. And I was like what? Like, don't even know. And then she goes outside. Apparently she was talking. She's still with the dude and they go outside. She starts talking crazy to the table next to her. And then security just has her removed. This is at like 3:00 on a Tuesday. And I was just, I haven't told anyone this. I was like
having a day.
Yeah. I told my manager, I was like, I feel very uncomfortable. Like, I understand like how girls feel now. Like when like dudes like don't stop.
No,
like,
I totally sympathize with that. But
this
like
is weird.
But you didn't even get like the physical element of it too, because
no, she did grab my I was like leaning on the bar, and she like grabbed my arm, and I was like,
yeah, but like I just mean like she would never like be a threat to you physically.
No,
you know? Like just imagine being like a tiny girl and you got like some big dude creeping on you like that. That'd be crazy. That'd be actually scary.
Yeah,
like you was like scary in like a jokey way.
Oh yeah, I was like joking with my manager, but I was also just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is so fucking really put things in perspective for me.
Yeah. That's a big
I've also found that like
wake up moment.
Like older ladies are like way too horny. Like they need to get fucked.
Horny.
We need to start fucking them way more because they can't walk into my bar and start doing that shit.
They won't be able to walk anywhere after I'm done with them.
Hopefully, dude. They don't fucking come in acting fucking crazy to me. Dick them down better, Alex.
Sorry.
Find them on fucking whatever app you have that finds old ladies, dude. Jesus.
Different sex for different old ladies I have sex with.
Different sex for different MILFs that we find.
I have the one in Hermosa is legitimately hot. She like looks good for like, you know, like
old.
Not even for like an older woman. Like she just looks good.
I haven't even fucked like an older lady.
She has 6 kids though. Some of them are older than me.
Fertile.
Yeah, super fertile. She's
That's
very
scary.
Very interesting person. We have great conversations.
But what? You have nothing in common with her.
What do you mean? We have all kinds of stuff in common.
She's a baby boomer.
She goes out. She has fun.
She's a baby boomer. You're Gen Z.
She's smart. She owns a lot of properties. I think she has like 14 properties that she manages.
She acquired them from her ex-husband.
Yeah, something like that.
How did I know?
But she's a home builder, you know, she's entitled to half. And then what was it? Oh yeah, she like was so she like married a Mormon guy. And then I think he was a virgin up until that point. And so like they were like waiting the entire time they were dating, and then they got married, and then the sex was just trash according to her. Super bummer. And then at a separate time in her life, I don't know if it was before or after, she was also a stripper. So she just has a very a rich life to tell stories from, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
I love
just podcast.
Yeah, no, we should have her as a guest, honestly.
I'd be down. We need to get we need some girl energy.
I'll ask her. Yeah, I would love to have some female guests.
I think
so we should show the people
girls
how much we appreciate them.
Girls, if you want to be on the podcast, just shoot me or Alex a DM and be like, should I? But also you need say like what you want to talk about.
You need credentials. There's a long wait list.
Yeah, there is a wait list, but we need like say what you want to talk about, why you think you'd be a good guest, and then we'll consider it.
Let's just talk about Joe Rogan and his miraculous recovery from COVID.
Did you see that meme where it was like
him transforming into the horse?
No. I saw that
meme.
Dude, there was one of him, or it wasn't even of him. It was of like a video game where it was like these one like aliens like battling these other aliens, and they were like all clashing in the middle, and it was just the COVID in Joe Rogan's body fighting the DMT in Joe Rogan's body.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
No, I saw you know, I have that one friend who I visited in New York once. She's kind of weird. You're friends with her brother. Yeah. We're on the same page. You know how she has that picture on her Instagram of her just transitioning into a rat?
No. I'll look at it right now. Go on, but I'm gonna find it.
Okay, so while you're looking at it, there's a picture on her Instagram of her just like, it's like stages of her transitioning into a rat.
That's such an insane Instagram post.
I know, but that's
that?
part of why I liked her, because she was so
that's
quirky
crazy
and weird and
that's not quirky.
Insane.
That's not what that's like when girls like they like hit the curb and like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so quirky. No, you're not. You're just suck at driving.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, she might be a step above quirky, whatever. But it's the same thing, except it's just Joe. Instead of her into a rat, it's just Joe Rogan into a horse. Because like allegedly, like the medicine he took to get better from COVID was just horse medicine, and he
someone
like, fuck it.
Some other girl was telling me about that like apparently that medicine that he took is like the real COVID defense mechanism, and that you shouldn't get like the vaccine.
Well, I think, okay, so like I have like different,
like, okay.
I have different people that I follow in the medical field, and I saw several of them like condemning Joe Rogan for doing that. And it's like, the dude recovered in 3 days and got a negative result. Like, how are you going to hate on that? Like, especially you're just like some low level like person in medicine, you know, like you're just like a nurse at like the ER or something, you know, like you're like not like, you don't have the experience nor credentials to like make any, nor would like someone who's seasoned in the ER for like COVID stuff. Like that's such a broader scope than what you practice, you know?
I'm just looking at this chick's Instagram right now, brother. She's another rat post where it's a different fucking post.
Yeah.
No, this is crazy. I respect what you're saying, but also I can't. I wish I had a fucking Lex. Can you like superimpose my phone screen, because this is wild. This Instagram page, I might have to dox her right now. Just this page is crazy.
You can't dox her.
This page is insane.
You can't dox her.
There's so many. Is this how you use Instagram? Maybe I've been using Instagram wrong the whole fucking time.
No, but I actually want you to weigh in on this. This is like this is our one serious segment that we got to talk about.
I mean, like.
But I was talking about like people.
I know.
Just because you're in the medical field does not mean you have any knowledge into like large scale like pandemic virology like policy. You know, like why? That's not even your thing. That's like a politician thing. Like, or like,
I think it kind of does have to do with some medical stuff.
no, but
Like a little.
yeah, but it's like, it's policy. It's medical policy. It's not like actual, like,
the
and
science
even the
behind
medicine you're practicing is not research based. You're in the ER. You know, like, you're not doing research there. You're
Well,
you're
there's
like
a bunch of different doctors who said a
handling-
different bunch of different shit, because there was
no,
the doctor we were
I
talking
know.
about last
But
time.
I'm
that
talking about
said-
people projecting their own personal beliefs when it's like, that is not your place. Like, you see patients that have this disease, yes, but you have not done research on a large enough scale. All your evidence is empirical. It's anecdotal. You can't draw like major conclusions for policy that's like nationwide or statewide even, or anything beyond like the hospital that you work at, that with any type of validity.
I understand what you're saying.
And like treating medicine like a monolith is just like, that's
Especially since
completely,
it's all so new. I get what you're saying, but also like I think that there are medical professionals who probably know better than Joe Rogan. I'm not saying Joe Rogan.
there for sure are. I'm talking about as far as the hierarchy of who knows what. The people who just like work in like a hospital or who are like our age are no more equipped to give advice on COVID than me or you would be.
No, I agree with that. I also think that there's so many different opinions on so many different things, because there's doctors who have the same PhD who are saying different things have happened to their patients in the ER and in the hospitals.
Right.
And they're like, there's one doctor who we talked about on the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago that was saying that like the vaccine's super bad, don't get the vaccine, blah, blah, blah. And he had all these like credentials and all this stuff and all these hospitals he worked for. And then there's other doctors who I've seen who are like, that's completely false. Like, go get the vaccine.
Right.
You need to get the vaccine, all this other stuff. So it's like, who's to say what's right? Who's to say who's not right? And I get what you're saying, where it's like, how can you voice an opinion on something if you're fucking... That's why I mean,
anyone,
I'm a huge,
anyone
like, do
is
whatever the fuck
entitled.
you want. Like,
anyone
I don't
is
fucking care.
anyone is entitled to voice their opinion. I just think if you're treating medicine as a monolith, especially working in somewhere where you see a ton of patients, like, shows that you don't actually understand medicine, because the human body's complex. People have all types of like different needs and respond to different treatments differently and to have different allergies and stuff like that, to where each patient gets individual care. That's why the medical system is like set up the way it is, where you can't just like churn people out, like giving them a vaccine. That is ineffective in the grand scheme of things. People should be able to make their own decisions on stuff.
I mean, they do that with they've already done that with like the flu vaccine.
No, but there's
the
tons of people who don't get flu shots.
I've
I don't
never
get
had
flu
the flu,
shots,
and I've never gotten the flu
yeah,
shot.
but that's, you know, you can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna agree on that. I agree with like, the government shouldn't be saying like you have to get the vaccine. I disagree with that completely. I'm with Joe Rogan on that. That's like crazy that you have to carry around a card that says you're vaccinated. I think that's crazy.
I don't think there's anything wrong with people getting the vaccine. I don't think there's anything wrong with people not getting the vaccine. I think treating medicine as a monolith would be wrong.
Yeah, I think my whole thing is that
people have different needs.
I just don't think that the government should be able to restrict you from going places or doing things or eating at restaurants because you don't carry around a card that says you don't have a government issued shot in you. I think that's fucking weird. That's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's like, what?
Unprecedented.
I'm just like living here. Why do I, like, what? But I'm not saying that. We both just said we're not saying against getting the vaccine. If you feel that the vaccine is something that is going to benefit like your family and the people around you and yourself and all that.
For sure, get it.
Like, yeah. We have friends who are I'm vaccinated. Alex, I don't even know if we should say this, but yeah, it's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I just think it's fucking weird that the government can put restrictions on you based off of a shot that they're telling you to get. Like, doesn't seem like that's not American. You know what I'm saying?
I think it goes back to, and like Lex mentioned us talking about abortion last pod, but it's like, you got to understand the different sides before. You can't just like go off your knee-jerk reaction and get so emotionally involved in everything where you're just like demonizing the other side and calling them out, and like you never took the time to like flip your stance, look at it from that side, and actually like try to see, does this fit for me?
Yeah.
And you're just so charged up.
I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't do that. Like there's so many people that we follow on Instagram are like so one-sided, and it's like there's no way that you can just fully and absolutely believe that one side is right.
No, you need the diversity of thought, and to go to your point, like the other side wouldn't exist if there was no merit for some people. The fact that it is an issue that's debated means that it does fit for some people, and they do believe that to be true. So why not take the time to step into their shoes and see, why do these people believe that? Why do they think that this is right? Instead of just being like, anyone over there couldn't possibly, like, they're all idiots.
A lot of people from California who probably just moved to Texas, because I have a bunch of friends who just moved to Texas from California, and it's like, I'm sure they don't agree with the abortion thing, but it's also like they agree with a lot of the stuff that like Texas. A lot of the other stuff that Texas does, that's like they agree with a lot of that, but like they definitely don't agree with the abortion shit. So it's like, how are you going to be fully? It's never fully absolute on either side.
At the same time, like that law just got voted into law, so like some people do believe that. Texas, we don't know those people. Like we were saying earlier, like we don't know like pretty much a single person who's in favor of that 6-week abortion ban, but like someone had to vote it into law. Like some people believe that's right. Those people live in Texas. I don't think it's right. You don't think it's right, but someone does. You gotta respect that like enough people in that region think and feel that way, and that's gonna be the best law to serve them.
Are we like a fucking serious pod right now, brother?
I don't know. Are we a serious pod?
What the fuck is going on right now,
G? Podding. Is this what happens when we're sober?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We're sober for one pod, and
we're doing something.
Wow,
we're really doing something out here.
We're speaking on political fucking issues right now, G.
Yeah,
we're speaking our minds.
Wild.
This is kind of fire.
Yeah.
Maybe we're a serious pod now.
It's a good pod.
Let's stop making jokes.
We're like ramping because our whole plan. We have guests coming soon, so we're ramping up our kind of serious, because you don't want to clown someone's whole livelihood when they come on here.
And we
don't. We can crack jokes about them and be serious about what they do.
Yeah, I think that's it's like Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan sees we're Joe Rogan. But I mean, segueing from that, like, let's get into our first segment of where Alex is fucked.
Oh. Do I get like any hints, or like it's just I just say a random place I fucked?
Yeah, you just.
I feel like it should be more exciting than that. Like you should give me like a topic, and I can. I'll just work one of my.
Wait, hold on. We should develop a theme song for this. So like, give it like 5 seconds. Insert theme song now.
All right. Here we are back on our favorite segment of the week. Where has Alex fucked? And we're going to reverse engineer this. I'm going to just start.
You give me a word and I will relate it to a place I've fucked.
And then we're going to count how many words it takes. And then if it's more than, I'm going to go over. Well, I'm the one asking the questions. So you bet on yourself. And then you have to do something. You have to like do something like crazy. If I win, I get to pick what you do. But if you win, I have to do something.
I basically do crazy things all the time, every day. So
how many words is it going to take you for you to guess this one?
It doesn't matter. I think the audience will just respond to how well I do.
Okay,
that'll be my reward. So they'll just love it.
First word. Concrete.
Concrete. I actually lost my virginity on a concrete slab.
That was one word. You got it in one word.
Yeah.
Wow, this is an embarrassing segment. All right, new one. Fuck.
It's also a Halloween story. We talked about Halloween.
I know. No. I'm thinking of another one right now. Local. Got to make it hard for him. The word is local.
Local. In college, I lived next to a park, and there was a skate park in there. Some might call it the local skate park.
Wait, are you trying to guess where I'm thinking of you fucked, or are you just saying?
Yeah, can we go over the rules one more time?
I'm just
Wait, are
saying.
you guessing of places that I'm thinking that I know that you have fucked, or are you just saying places that you're fucked at?
Are you saying words that you know I've fucked?
I'm
near?
giving you hints of places that I know that you have fucked.
Oh.
And you're guessing the place that I'm thinking of. Are you just saying, or are
No,
you?
no, I'm just relating it to a random one.
Oh.
So I was just going to say I fucked in the local skate park.
Wait. Zach and Lex, which one do we do?
We're going to do the one where Tyler is going to say a place that he's known that you've had sex. And then you're going to try to guess the place that Tyler's thinking of.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So local, not the skate park. Local is your one word, not the skate park. I can give me, if you want another hint or a lifeline, you can phone a friend. And I get to, and I have to say another word
my
eventually.
friends know?
I know.
I don't think my friends know. No, give me another word.
Drunk. Okay, that's better.
Great hint, dude.
All right, that's 85% of our week. Okay, not drunk. Smokes.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about my sex recently. I was thinking in my, the annals.
No, this is not in the annals. This might have been in the anals.
It wasn't in the annals. It wasn't in the racist ass Melly Gibsons.
Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So we went to our local bar recently. I'm not saying how recently. And it was like a dead night. It was like a mellow night at the local bar, and we're sitting in the booth just having some burrs, and one of my friends just kind of taps me and is like, we should just go fuck in the bathroom right now.
And how'd that go for you?
And I had just gotten done being like, yeah, I'm a big spontaneous guy. Like I like spontaneity. I like to fucking spice it up just off the cuff on a whim.
Hence this entire segment.
And and then she was just like, let's fuck in the bathroom right now. And I was like, well, that's about as spontaneous as it gets. Let's do it. So we just get up from the table. We went. She had the much better idea to go in the women's bathroom because I feel like the demographic in there was mostly male. We would have a less chance to get caught in there. Plus, there's more stalls. There's only one stall in the men's, so like chances of someone walking into that particular stall are less.
Like his head.
She had a better. She had this way more thought out than I did.
Obviously, it wasn't a good idea because
we started, and then someone walked into the bathroom. Saw two pairs of feet under the only stall. I'm assuming he had to take a giant shit because he immediately just tattled. Like what kind of guy does that? If I saw some homie clapping cheeks in the bathroom, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, like I'll shit in my hands.
Apparently, it had to do with the legality of it. Apparently, that's like
no. He wasn't the one who caught us. The guy who works at the bar is the one who caught us. Someone walked in first.
Oh,
I stopped. I go like, oh, hold up, and I peek through the crack and I see him like going back out, and I was like, I think we're good.
We're good.
And then we keep going, and then the dude who works at the bar comes in and he's like, get out, and I was like, my guy, like I know him on a first name basis, and I'm like, I'm getting out, man. And he's like, both of you out now, come on. And I was just like, my bad.
Tough to see.
My bad.
And then we just went back there the next night.
Yeah, like we're like frenemies, kind of, because
he's not quite your foil. You might, if this was like a long-term thing, like you might fuck with him in the bathroom soon. He's not your complete enemy.
No, we're frenemies. Like we're friendly. He takes my hat in the bar sometimes and wears it if I wear a funny hat.
Which you do often.
But
oh my god,
I love to wear funny things.
You do. Remember the one time we went to see the Conjuring with your dad?
Yes.
Oh wait, we weren't with your dad. We saw Project X with your dad.
Yeah, it was.
We went to see the Conjuring with your dad.
Honestly, knowing my dad, he probably never should have been allowed to see Project X.
No. Afterwards, he was like telling us to break shit.
Yeah, he was like, "Let's throw a party here tonight."
Yeah,
like,
we were at the mall, and he's like, "You guys want to go break shit?" And I was like, "How old are we and you?" Come on.
He is way too old to be breaking shit and
but
Project Xing.
We went to see the Conjuring, I think, with like two chicks, and And
Sick.
so I was
No, we were.
Okay, to
We were.
preface it,
You got a time period. We were like
we
in
were
like 10th grade.
Yeah, we were like 15 or 16, and I was like wearing like a cool outfit. I like had them like a cool hoodie and like jeans and shit.
Naturally, I wasn't.
And Alex, and I was like, Alex, like I don't want to get scared during the movie with these chicks like that. I don't want to be a pussy. So Alex goes, "Don't worry, I'll wear a funny hat." I go, all right, dude. So he comes downstairs. Alex comes downstairs, and you're wearing a fucking like a fucking wizard, like super long purple with stars on it and moons on it, like wizard hat. And I'm like, we're on like a double date. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, like, I don't want you to be scared. I was like, all right, thanks, brother.
It's just a little something to take the edge off.
Yeah. And I didn't get scared in the movie. I was fine.
No,
Yeah.
every time there was like some scary shit where we're like, I'm freaking out, Tyler would just look over at me and he'd be like, there's no way you're wearing that.
It's so funny, bro.
And honestly, good scary movie tip for those of you out there.
Yeah, I think
who,
the girls were kind of comforted by it too. They were like, oh, Alex isn't scared. He's just hilarious.
Yeah, never been scared because I have the funniest hats. You don't have to be scared when you have funny hats.
Yeah.
This is a funny hat pod.
We
should get sponsored by a funny hat company.
Yeah.
And just wear funny hats every pod.
Or Roman.
Because maybe you'll get scared on a pod one day. Maybe we'll have a spooky pod during spooky season.
Oh, I'd be super down to kind of theme the pod.
We could theme a pod.
Do you think Lex could green screen this?
Yeah, we could be in like a cemetery. That's
Yeah.
easy. A cemetery pod.
All right, guys, get ready for a themed podcast.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
got
wait
a
for the
lot to look
Hanukkah.
forward to.
Yeah, the Christmas podcast and the Hanukkah podcast. It's
Oh
gonna
my
be
gosh.
sick.
We can open presents.
We're
can give
actually
each
just
other
we're gonna
presents.
do a full Catholic mass for the for the Christmas podcast.
And I will have a hat that's funnier than the Pope's.
It's gonna be a full 2.5 hours of fucking Catholic mass, and Alex is gonna be the Pope.
I think out of respect to our viewers, we have to do every religion's holidays.
You should baptize me.
You have not been baptized?
That's what we should do. We should get a baby. You should get ordained, and we should marry someone on the pod.
We'll just get a baby from Texas. Adopt, don't shop.
Laughing at that, bro.
What if they just you know how there's those super sad dog commercials where they're just showing all the dogs that are like that, like
Sarah McLaughlin.
yeah, they're like adopt one of these dogs, like they need a healthy home. They're just gonna have those for babies in Texas now.
Oh my god!
It's like all the children that couldn't get aborted, they're just like, please adopt us. There's so many of us in the
There's gonna be
eyes
a
of an
mecca,
angel.
a mecca to California, dude. They're gonna be a mecca to Portland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a terrible joke, but
it's not very
what if
funny.
you just change the laws? Like,
Yeah, we should move to Texas, and we should make a change it.
yeah,
We should do what Chad and J2 do, where they go, yeah, to the courthouses.
they go deep, is what they do.
They do go deep. In
Shout
that
out. We shout out a lot of
box.
pods. I hope to collab one day with
Yeah.
one of these pods that we look up to.
So have you seen any like nice tits lately? Like, what's up with boobs?
Boobs are alive and well. Boobs are thriving, I would say. Actually, me and Zach saw the fakest pair of boobs. They looked plastic, like not like they had plastic in them. I know it's silicone, but like not like they had plastic in
Not
them.
all of them are silicone.
What else do they use in there?
They can do like a skin graft.
No, I'm talking about the exterior. They looked like if Woody from Toy Story. They looked like Jessie from Toy Story's tits. Like they just looked plastic, you know?
Shiny.
Yeah.
I don't like, dude, because you know you can do. There's like good ones, the hard ones, and then there's the like real looking ones. And
Yes.
they use different material.
Like
Inside
your
the
ex-girlfriend
boob.
has the good looking ones.
She does.
Yeah, reverse boob job. They just actually
Exterior.
they do some terraforming.
It's not invasive.
They do some terraforming when they go in there, or they can. I know this one girl I was talking to from Orange County had just had a boob job, and they like resized her nipples,
Yeah, what's up with that?
so they can do some exterior features as well.
Well, yeah, my ex.
It looked gnarly, dude. They had like like the cutout, and then like there was like a vertical part component to it. It was super gnarly to look at. I was like, whoa, they really did a number.
Would you ever get like a nipple graft?
No, I have perfect nipples.
You're right. I just want to hear you say it.
No, I wouldn't get a nipple graft.
What would you graft on your body? If you could graft one area of your body, what would you graft?
I don't know. Like, I don't.
And I keep looking at your penis because I feel like you're going to say penis, but I disagree. You have a great dick.
Oh, yeah. My penis does have some scarring from masturbation injuries as a teen.
Just from vigorous masturbation.
Okay. Vigorous masturbation is kind of redundant because
who's not masturbating vigorously?
if you're not masturbating vigorously, why are you masturbating at all? Like,
I mean, sometimes it's more of a sensual masturbate. I'm trying to get to know my dick better.
Eventually you have to be vigorous. There's no masturbation sesh that doesn't ever get vigorous unless you just like giving yourself blue balls.
That's what you do anyway. You edge yourself every time.
I do edge myself, but I edge myself vigorously.
What do you mean? You're just like, you stop.
No, you can do it vigorously without over vigorousing yourself.
Why are there scars? You don't believe in lubrication?
No. I'm not a lube to jerk off guy.
How do you jerk off without lubrication?
I like the friction.
You don't use lotion?
No.
You don't use oil?
No.
Just sweat. Spit.
Eventually, sweat started dry.
After the first 45, I start to sweat. My hands get sweaty.
I've jerked off for 45 minutes straight, one sesh before.
Straight?
Sure. Yeah.
No edging?
No edging, not naturally. I actually, when I was living in Hermosa, I like heard about tantric sex and like
The Kama Sutra?
the Kama Sutra.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Is it Kama Sutra?
It is Kama Sutra.
You sure?
Yeah.
I've read it.
I found it in my parents' bathroom, so yeah. It's the Kama Sutra, dude.
Talk about trauma.
Yeah, that's my trauma.
Talk about trauma.
No,
Now you just need some physical.
yeah.
Yeah, Lex is getting
beat
ready
the
to
shit
fuck
out
you.
of me.
Yeah.
No, actually, if there's any redheads out there that want to beat the shit out of me, just DM me. No, but where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I like learned about tantric sex. It was actually pretty interesting what this thing was saying. Basically, you like can disentangle like the act of coming, like the ejaculation, with like the physical orgasm in your body, like the feeling of like your body flooding with.
I think I've done that.
Yeah. So basically you can train yourself through like basically strengthening your pelvic floor and like mentally like conditioning yourself to have a orgasm in your body but not actually shoot cum out of your dick. And you can do it like because there's no like physical, like you don't actually ejaculate, you can come like again and again and again, like back to back to back, like how chicks do.
Yeah.
And like I experimented with it for a little bit, just because like I was, living in Hermosa, I just like didn't know that many people yet, and I was like, oh, let's see what this is talking about. I'm just gonna jerk off a lot, and naturally.
What else would you be doing?
I mean, yeah, it was fine. I like still met chicks and stuff, but I was just like more than usual seeing what this was about, and
Preface that before anyone thinks that I'm not fucking.
no, never not fucking.
Yeah.
Throw that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Never not fucking.
That's a shirt.
No, but I actually did it like kind of well for a little bit, where I could like basically like you like nut and then you just like clamp down super hard and you like prevent your nut from coming out for like as long as possible, and then you keep doing that, and then eventually you can go longer and longer where you'll just like come for like a long time. Like I think the longest I got up to was like a minute.
Bro.
Where I like literally, it was emasculating. Like I felt like a woman. Like, you know how you make girls come and they're like, oh, my headphones are falling off.
Yeah. It's because you're coming so fucking hard, brother.
Yeah, you know how you make girls come and they're like flopping around
You can't
and
be
like
coming that hard in the fucking pod, my guy.
No, sorry, I just came too hard for the pod. Only our listeners come that hard.
Yeah.
No,
But I know what you mean though.
Yeah, they're like writhing
and then they're,
around
Like, their
and-
legs are like, and then they
Yeah.
can't drive home or whatever they got to do
yeah,
later on.
you gotta carry them
Got
to
to
the
call
car.
out of work and shit.
You have to carry them to the car just because their legs don't work.
Knapsack.
Yeah, so like, I was coming like that, and it was emasculating. I was like, wow, I feel like a
I think that
female.
I think that I've almost pre-jacked, and I did that, and then I was like
That's a Portman too. Love it.
pre-jacked, and then I was like, wait, and then I just kept fucking, and I was like, what just happened? I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
I've done
the
that too.
scenario
It's
here.
like kind of the same.
Yeah, so I was like, I think I came, and then you like,
Yeah.
your dick is just still super hard, and I'm
Right.
like, I didn't.
And then you can do that like as many times as you want. But it's like that, except you get like the full experience of coming.
you just get to be a woman.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I went out to the
But
safari.
not in Texas. Not a woman in Texas.
I went out to the safari and met Doc, and like he actually has like done a deep dive into this and like
Of course, yeah.
like fully believe, well, because he also did a lot of other like body mind control, like mental fortitude type stuff as part of his show, because he was like a performer before he did like only animal stuff. He did like crazy like physical feats as part of his performance. Like he would like bend like an iron bar against his throat and stuff, and like
Really?
and like walk on fire and like
Chris Angel. Not even Chris Angel. Who's the other guy?
David Blaine.
David Blaine. Yeah, David Blaine.
yeah. But Doc before he was only animals, he would do like these extreme physical feats, and so basically to do those you have to do like the same type of like separating, like there, he was explaining like there's like first degree pain, and then like there's like degrees of pain where like yeah, your skin will like hurt, but like if you can basically separate your mind from, there's no like lasting effects of walking on fire. Like your feet will get a little burned, but like if you can just fucking tough it, if you thug it, then like you'll be fine.
It's basically the concept of separating your mind and your feelings to your physical body.
Right.
Yeah.
And he practiced it with one of his partners on.
Yeah, and she said on the show that we filmed, she said she saw God when she fucked Doc. She said he would make her come and she would see God. So there's some merit to that if you want to practice at home.
I don't even know what the fuck I could say to that. Yeah. Dude, so Doc's dick is DMT.
I don't know. We never got to see it. We asked him. We did ask him.
DMT.
No, we asked him to see his dick. We were like, what are you packing, man?
You think he's probably packing?
He's probably packing.
He's like wrestling tigers and shit.
He's a very confident guy. He's a very charismatic guy.
You got COVID. You got COVID when you were with Doc, right?
Yeah, but like that was like the OG COVID. It was the original, and like me and Lex just kicked it inside for like 2 weeks and ripped a bunch of tequila shots because we couldn't taste anything.
You're like whatever about it.
It was super chill. We were editing footage, so it's like the only person he needed to be around was me.
Do you know anyone who got like the Delta variant? It's Delta, right?
Honestly, not really.
I don't know which one my coworkers got, but there's like 2 or 3 kids in my work who have COVID now, but I don't know if they got like original COVID or the Delta variant.
I heard there's a new. Well, there was a new variant. There was like a alpha variant or something.
New Lambda variant.
Lambda. There was Lambda, and then I heard there's a new Mu variant that got discovered in LA like yesterday.
A what?
Mew.
Mewtwo, a Pokemon?
No. This is Mew, also a Pokemon. I'm assuming Mewtwo is the next one. Like after the Tau variant, and the Beta variant, and all the other variants.
Well, those aren't Pokemon.
No, the Omega variant.
They're naming them after Pokemon.
No, those are Greek letters. But
They're naming it after frats.
Mew.
Oh, there's gonna be the fucking Sig Delt variant, brother.
No, Mew is a Greek letter and a Pokemon. Mewtwo.
So the next one would be the Charizard,
Yes.
and then the one after that's the Bulbasaur.
That'd be way cooler. Why did they use the Greek alphabet?
I don't know,
They
they
should
should've
have
named
used Pokemon from the start.
like how they name hurricanes, just like alphabetically by like just names.
Yeah, they should have just like The OG should have been the Pikachu variant because everyone knows Pikachu.
It'll probably get to that point where they just run out of fucking Greek letters. There's only 26.
There's only so many. I don't think there's even 26. I think there's less.
There's like 20.
I think so.
Dude, they're gonna.
Lex knows
I think
them.
there actually is 20.
Lex knows how many there is. He was a frat guy.
I think there is 20.
Well, Zach definitely had to recite it as he was being whipped in his pledge ship.
As he was being smacked with like a plank or some
Have
shit.
you heard Zach's pledge ship stories?
Was it worth it, Zach?
He got starved in a basement for a week. Kids were hallucinating.
There are 20.
That's so.
It was 20. Tyler was right.
And who are your friends now, Zach? Is it me and Alex? And what did we do? Did we do anything to you that was that bad? Yeah.
No, I just
for the
fucked
record,
him.
Zach said no. But we will.
Yeah, not yet.
We only talk about fucking you. We won't fuck you.
Super ominous. Not yet, Zach.
Not yet. All right.
No, but there's a Mew variant out there, so you kids at
Beware.
home, be safe.
Beware. Don't be square. Listen to the podcast. We just did a 2-a-day, so if you guys don't fucking listen to this shit,
Wear a mask.
tired as fuck.
Practice social distancing.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. That's our
It's your turn for the
shout out
outro.
NFTs. It is my turn.
NFTs. Oh yeah.
How do you
Check out
want me to do
NFTs.
the outro?
How do we want the outro? Let's do like super gruff. Like you're a biker.
Oh. Thanks, bro.
No, I need to hear like the rasping of voice. Like this. You need to be like, hey, welcome to the Salty Spittoon.
Hey, thank you for joining us on the fucking most badass podcast where we wear leather jackets all the time, every fucking week. See you fucking next week, brother.
Punch you in the face next week.
Punch you in the dick.